What's going on YouTube? It's Pervious1030 with Tin Can Gardener. And today, I'm sitting out here looking at what I have accomplished, making sure everything's still alive. It's been getting pretty cold down here in South Florida. Well, colder than what I'm used to anyways. Got some beans planted here. I got some more and some more and some more. They seem to be faring well. It's not freezing, but it's colder than, like I said, colder than normal. I'm sitting here looking at my tomato plants, and every now and again, whenever I see flowers, I will clip them off. We got helicopters flying around, excuse the noise. Apparently they're looking for somebody else. No surprise there. Yes. Usually I'll take a flower off or two just so I don't have a huge cluster of tomatoes and they can get a decent size. That's actually a smaller plant. Eggplant, see, flowers fall off sometimes and sometimes they form fruit. So we'll see what happens with this guy. And whenever you're growing plants, it's always important, if your plant is fruiting, to sometimes take off some of these lower lying branches because they're taking up energy that the plant needs to produce fruit. So keep that in mind. And I've said this before, but I'll say it again, with beans, it goes without saying that beans provide nitrogen in the soil. So if you just till up the roots and, you know, till them in later, it'll actually provide nitrogen for the soil. Alright, over here, see what I got going on, if anything. Crown spider. Got some radish growing over here. They seem to be the first thing popping up. Oh, no. Yep, they're the first thing popping up, but as I can see, I have turnips coming up too, right there. Boom. Got some turnips. I do not see any carrots. I don't think the carrots are going to be quick to be jumping up because it's just too cold for carrots. Whoa, check this guy out. Yeah. I almost touched that dude. And this is why you have to be very careful whenever you're in the garden, because you get stuff like that. Yeah, he's alive. That dude right there is a nasty little spider. So I'm going to leave him alone. Anyways, but I'm going to have to get in here and pull weeds eventually. Got a piece of glass in here too. Interesting. Actually, I do see a couple little tiny carrots coming up, but nothing significant. Nothing where I'd gasp. But I got stuff coming up, which is a good sign. See what's going on in garden number 3. Actually, this would be number 2. I don't even consider that down there a garden because it's just a few plants. It is, but it isn't. Okay, so what do we got going on in here? Let's see, do we got anything coming up? Nope, not yet. You see, I planted corn in here. So, with that being said, some corn should be coming up. The beans are actually, they're actually doing quite alright, to my surprise. Interesting. It's gotten pretty cold out here. Let me see what's going on in this thing here. Still no corn coming up yet. Whenever it happens, it'll happen, I guess. See, that's the biggest thing about gardening. Patience. Alright, and I gotta get this out of here. This is my very old, not really producing, but it might produce some more, but it's a very old eggplant. I have one eggplant over there actually, right down in there, right there. And these guys will get these beetles that are black and white, and they will eat the crap out of your leaves. But like I said, I try not to concern myself with that. Let's see here. Ooh, this looks promising. And if you guys do have eggplants, check it out. See that? I don't know if you can see it, but there are spikes all over this dude. So whenever you are picking your eggplants, be careful. They'll get you. There is a lot of flowers coming on, but Probably not that much fruit, which is fine by me, because I'll just give it some more potassium, something of that nature, and get it flowering. You see, and the weird part is with this plant, this is really cool. Check this out. This branch went down in the ground over there, and it went underground, and it came up right here, and it actually rooted where it was underground. So this is another way to get cuttings or other plants from one plant, you know. Why work harder when you can work smarter? So that is a very old eggplant that I planted whenever I first moved here to Florida. Moving on. Let's see how the final garden's doing. This garden down here, I haven't decided what all to put in there yet, because, as I've told you guys many times before, we have the dreaded pickle worm. And this dude, he's just nasty. He will tear everything up. Now, as you can see, this one's doing fine. Okay, that one ain't doing so hot. That one's definitely dead. That one ain't doing so hot. I don't see a comeback for the one on the bamboo pole, but the one next to that might make it. That next one probably not, and the last one, no. I do have a bean coming up here, and it is a, hold on, let's have a look at what that is, because damn spider webs everywhere. I have a couple different things here. Where did my tag go? Yeah, is that it? Nope, I don't think that's it either. It's the bad part about tagging plants. Sometimes they fall off. Nope, doesn't say. I don't know where my tag went either. Disappeared. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, well, anyways, I do have purple TP beans, but let's see what's going on with that in a minute. Got weeds coming up. So that's either a purple TP or a blue hide, or however you say that. Interesting. I still have stuff I got to plant here. I'm thinking about doing a couple zucchini plants, some of that nature, and maybe some herbs or something. But if these don't fill out, I'll either replace them with more eggplants or tomato plants. Pretty simple stuff. See, I don't get too excited if something dies. I still have a little bit of time to get some other stuff in, but that's just the way this game goes. Now, if I was mass producing, I'd already have other cuttings waiting to go in. But it's been pretty cold in the night, so that happens. There's my compost. Sometimes it is what it is. I got to get some grass clippings and move it and put it in there and get it to digest all that fun stuff. But yeah, definitely, let's see what's going on with these. All I did with these was just put them in the ground. That's all I did. And as you can see, I don't think that the wound took very well. So this is probably not going to heal, but I'll leave it in there until it looks for worst. If it comes back, it comes back. If not, no big deal. And other than that, I ain't got a whole lot. I got beans in the house in which I'm going to be planting soon. And, you know, hopefully that radish back there is going to give me some seeds. I'm not putting up the greenhouse until I move. There's my greenhouse in pieces. Kind of sucks, but you gotta do what you gotta do. And here's a bunch of pots that I got for free. I do have potato plants back there. They're doing quite well, actually. Very well. So hopefully that pans out. Other than that, I really don't have nothing else going on. Here's my 55-gallon drum. Sometimes I like to look at stars. Can't leave that sitting there. Sometimes I like to look at stars, and I use this guy to actually to look at them. Put my telescope on. So Other than that, I ain't got a whole lot going on. Whenever I do, I'll give you guys another update. Actually, you know what? Let's see what I got going on inside. More plants. See them all out here, all happy. They're very happy. We got some Roma beans. They look happy. These are cherry tomatoes. Whole bunches of them. This big dude right here, that right there is actually black Brandywine Suda strain. It's pretty big. And check this out. I ain't trying to make this video too long, but this is very important. See all these little bumps right here? They are just dying to become roots to go into the ground. This will lay along the ground and mass produce, and these shoots will grow straight up. Pretty interesting how it does that. But I think that's all I got. I got some kale growing, and let's see here. See what kind of critters we got coming on here. Mealy bugs, as they are always white. That and white fly. Those are mealy bugs though. I gotta get these out of the house. And I got some basil back there, which I need to water. It's gonna throw me some seed as well, so it'll be cool. Alright guys, till next time, this is Perbius1030 Tin Can Gardener. I will talk to you later. Bye.